Welcome back. I'm Danny the Dinosaur Drawer, and welcome back to part 3 of drawing Indominus Rex from Jurassic World the game, level 40, just for your information. This is the pen stage, so be sure to get out your pen. I'm just going to use this felt tip pen. You can get it at any craft store like H.C. Moore, Michaels, depending on where you live, of course. But here in the U.S., it's like really easy to find. So, yeah, let's start with the head. So for this part, I'm going to zoom in. You just have to outline what you drew before. Of course, adding more detail to it. Let's just put the rim of the bottom of the jaw. On pen, you have to be way more careful than pencil because it does not erase. So that's why I do pen first, or pencil first, sorry. Can't speak today. So put in just the basic outline. Head, there's the ear. And that's the whole head, the outline. And the eye does not really have a pupil, is that what you call it? I don't know, the middle, just left, it's all red, but I'll leave it blank, or not blank, I'll leave it white, make it look more menacing. So here you can just cross hatch a bit the outline, make it look really mean and frightening. And this crosshatch here as well, because these cavities are pretty deep, so it's quite dark. I've always wondered what the skeleton of Indominus Rex would look like. Like, that would be interesting. I don't know about you guys, but the nose is quite small, just right there in the front. And there are kind of bumps where the teeth come in. And then, of course, you can just put a little bit of scales around. The reference image actually doesn't really show the scales that much, but I'm going to make this look very realistic. As realistic as I can, at least. Then there's this cavity back here. It's basically completely back. But like my Majungasaurus, the head was a little bit too complex, I think. So I'm going to make the Indominus one a little less. Just put in those knobs. And of course we'll erase the pencil marks. And of course I encourage scales all the time. So let's put in those reptilian scales. You don't have to fill the whole head, just put scattered bits. Like so. That looks pretty good. Now I will just start working on the bottom jaw. Don't worry about the teeth, I'll get to those later. And when you're penning in, I found out something about teeth. Always make them bigger than they actually are, because the outline is not really the white. Only the white part will be at the size of the actual tooth, technically, because especially if we're making the background of the tooth black. Let me zoom in a little bit more so you guys can see better. So yeah, just put in scales for the bottom of the bottom jaw. Like so. Then there's that stretchy, rubbery stuff that opens and muscle that closes and opens the dangerous jaws. So now I'm just going to start working on the teeth. Again, make them bigger than you think they would be, because we don't have to worry that much on the bottom, but more on the top. And plus they look cooler when they're bigger. And then there's the tongue, comes down. It's not really sticking out, it's just laid down the bottom. Even though the Indominus in this picture is roaring. And then now make these teeth very big, the ones in the top jaw. And then just put that line for the back of the jaw. And put in those teeth. Now, I think I may erase. Wait, maybe not. I'll do that a little later, and then we'll do the shading later. But I just want to make it look very realistic. So the bottom, make that a little darker. Now let's move on to the neck. The neck is full of spikes, so it's basically like the spikes are embedded in the neck, like so. If I was T-Rex in the movie, I would not want to bite the neck of Indominus, because, or maybe the one in the movie may be a little bit less spiky than the one in the game, but still, Indominus still had all these quills, all that stuff. Like, as for T-Rex, it didn't really, at least in the movie, did not have that much spikes. Yeah, so there are another layer of these crocodilian studs, I guess you could call them. Going up like that. And now I will just put in the stripes that we laid out. Well, depending, you can make it look a little bit better if you weren't happy on how it looked. So as I was saying, this whole part here will be darker because once we put the stripes in, because it's red along the entire back, and then it's white the rest of it, the rest of the body. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going too slow for you guys, but I want to make it look its best. Looks a lot like a map to me, like all these stripes. I'm working on a bunch of dinosaur drawings apart from my YouTube channel, which are coming along very nicely. I'm having a lot of fun with those, and I'm also working on a few portraits currently, which are challenging. Because I draw more than just dinosaurs. If you guys, what dinosaurs is my favorite thing to draw, and yeah, but I do draw other things. Like I do some people. People are hard. I do a lot of reptiles, and I think I may do a Komodo dragon video or something like that. I don't know. That's just an idea I have. Or maybe like some lizard or a crocodile, or I'm gonna do some type of ancient reptilian thing. Like I was thinking of doing Dimetrodon one of these days. Just I've got my list of dinosaurs to draw is so long. It's like, but of course I wanted to draw what you guys would like to see, so that's why I really am appreciative for those of you who request dinosaurs to be drawn. So let's just finish up the tail, like so. And now I will just put in the back. That looks pretty good. I refined the legs a little bit, because it looks quite complicated right now with pencil and pen both down. I'll put that first row of spikes. It appears to be 3 rows, like smaller ones, bigger ones in the middle, and then smaller ones again on the other side. I put the big ones in. I'm not following the pencil that accurately as you can see, but who cares about the pencil lines? Let's see. I bet some of you are saying I care right now. But like, yeah, they do count. I was just joking there. So yeah, I'm just putting in the spikes along the tail. Ooh, I've already cruised past 10 minutes. It's pretty good. And, oh man, you guys can't see the tail. I haven't paid attention to the camera that much. See, that's what I did with the tail. That might have been unfair of me, but how could I tell? I'm just more paying attention to the drawing. There, that's good for the tail. There's the hip bone, goes along like that, and the belly. I'm just gonna put in the basic anatomy. There's the shoulder. Now I'm just gonna put in the arm. Those hands of Indominus look very bony. I'll put the claws in. I'm just gonna color those black. Put those in, but part of the belly. Put in the left hand, I believe. Put in these claws, and of course I'll put these quills in. Like so. And there's a little bit of muscle there. I don't want to make it look like a man's arm, but it's similar. So that's a good outline so far, and I will do shading soon once I finish this outline. So there's the dinosaur feet, the dinosaur's feet. Put in the claws. I don't make them completely black because they're not really black in the picture. They do have a shadow under it. Put in those scales that are on the top of the foot. So one of the pencil dinosaur drawings I just finished is of a T-Rex. I think they've got it somewhere around here. I just want to show it to you guys. So I might do one of this picture, except with a tutorial on how to do it, but I'm not sure. That was just an idea I had. But probably my next priority will be Mosasaurus from Jurassic World the game. So we'll just go ahead and do this leg. And then I'm going to do a Styracosaurus video as well soon, because that was requested, and I love Styracosaurus myself. It's a very cool dinosaur. So I'll do that one probably after the Mosasaurus one. But I can't really promise anything because I don't know. It depends on which one I get to and when I do it. But I will have them coming sooner or later. Put those scales in. And, oh, we have to do the neck. I forgot about that. Very wrinkly on the bottom. We got that vein. a bunch of wrinkles. And so yeah, that looks like the whole thing is outlined. Now we will be, I might do a little bit of erasing right now. So I can see where to shade and stuff easier. More easily. I need to work more on my grammar. Let's see. Wow, that looked really nice. I don't know what yours looks like, but I'm sure it's very nice as well. So now, yeah, let's begin shading. So just on the bottom of the quills, do an extra line. Just makes it look better. So basically on the bottom of everything, just make it a little darker. Make it look more three-dimensional. And now I'm just gonna put this part black. See, now I see why I put those teeth so big. Looks like this one you can't really even see, so I just will blot it out. Every time I make them really big, but then when I actually put it in, I'm like, no, that wasn't big enough. It's like, come on, Danny, make it bigger. So there, put those teeth in. But they aren't that big, and Indominus just had very misplaced teeth. So I guess that would be okay. Let me zoom up a bit. I need to remember to zoom out for you guys. I do that. I don't want to put too much shading on the bottom, but it is a little darker. I'm gonna put some shading on the tongue. So yeah, this looks pretty good for the head. And the neck is pretty good, and now I will just erase a bit of the body with my very useful eraser. Should probably use one of those kneadable big ones, but I don't have any in reach, and I don't want to leave my camera to go get it. See, everything clears up once you've erased it. It looks much better. So under the arms, pretty dark. Not completely black, but and between the legs as well. Under the belly. So I like cross-hatching a lot. That always makes stuff look very good. And I will put scales in now. Not for the whole body, but definitely for some spots. And the hands have those scales like the foot does. With these quills a little bit more three-dimensional. Just put those on top of the hand and put in the scales. Put it on the shoulder. And I'm not sure if I should leave the stripings, the stripes or pattern, whatever you call it, light colored, or should I make them dark? I might make them dark, like I did with the Majungasaurus one. So I'm just make it a little darker here to show that the leg is blocking some sunlight. And this part of the leg, on this leg is darker as well. Just put put some scales in. Make the scales not look even; they look cooler like that. There, that looks good. Put a little more scales in, and I think I will just put the back a little darker. So I will not make I decided I will not make the stripes darker, I'll just outline them better with the pen. Like a little darker outline like I'm doing right now. Which looks just as good in my eyes. Just double over what you did. Or you can do whatever you want with yours. You can cross hatch them in like I did with my Majungasaurus. But this time I want to have a little bit more variety. And don't draw scales inside the stripes because that might look bad. Just working on a little bit more on the scale, on the spikes. This is a very advanced drawing. It's taken quite a while, but we will finish it in this video, I hope. So that's pretty good so far. Now there's a line that goes right here separating like the ridge. There's sort of a ridge on the top of the back. And now I haven't erased the foot yet. This foot, and erase the leg and the tail. I'm very happy with how this picture is looking. It's very cool. And need to do this part here. I don't want to put too much scales in because scales will make the picture look too dark. I'm not sure what I should do with these. I think it looks pretty good myself already, but yeah, I think I'll just leave this one a little alone. It looks pretty good. I'm just doing a little bit, not a lot, like I did. And then, so people can tell which is the stripe and which is not, you just put scales in one and no scales in the other. So then there's the knee, and then let's put a bunch of lines there. Make your some scales bigger, some smaller. I'm not doing a very good job right now with them, but I do better scales with pencil. I've discovered now. So that looks good there. Now I'll just put in a little bit of shading for the tail. For the tail, I will make it darker. Just the light looks pretty good to me already. So I apologize how the other video ended. It was like, I think my camera ran out of memory or something. But I have decided now in this video, I will have it glued to part 3, of course, but to color in the stripes in red because it looked a little bit weird. But you don't have to do it in red, and you can color it in any color you want. And I think the video cut off me drawing some of the other things, so you can pause the video right now and draw the Indominus. And then I did put a little bit more scales and stuff in. So assuming you've paused the video, let's begin coloring in the stripes. So I'm just going to use my red pencil because the game has red stripes. I've got 3 different red pencils, so I will overlap the colors. So it may take a while, but it'll be worth it. And I will leave the rest of it white. Because this really good drawer, Beanie Draws, he did a tutorial on Blue the Velociraptor, which you should check out, where he drew just the stripe of blue. So I thought that was a cool idea, so I'm incorporating that into my video. So I'm just gonna color it in lightly. And of course you can always leave your Indominus Rex like you had it before. So I just started filming from a camcorder now, these last few videos, which is a little bit more confusing than my regular camera, but I think it's better at recording and stuff. But maybe I should put more memory, get a bigger memory card, because I can't really video anything more than 25 minutes around there. So yeah, sorry, I realized part 2 yesterday before I uploaded part 1, which is a mistake. I didn't mean to do it, but it just happened to be like that. So now I'll just put in these stripes. Yeah, this looks very cool, very cool. I may put this as my new channel art instead of my Majungasaurus. Because I really like how this Indominus looks. So if you really like this video, I would be very happy if you shared it with your friends or acquaintances, you know. Spread the word. So just put these in. You guys can follow along pretty much. And if you've already put in the stripes, you can just color them in with your selection of colors. Like, I was wondering, should I do the stripes blue, green, or red? So I went with the original color, red. And the eye is red, so I'll just put that in. That's cool. And I have some other colors I'm going to add in to certain spots. I think that was the wrong one. Just to give it a little bit more depth, I'll add more colors. But that other one was the base. Was the one I was really wanting to use. And I'm really would be happy if more of you guys subscribed, because I have that special video coming up on 50 subscribers. I know I've already said that several times, but I will have it coming up. It will be special. So I think that sums it up. Yeah, so this looks very good right now. Let me zoom out so you guys can see the whole thing. I did finish the tail, so I'll just leave it for a few seconds for you guys to look at it. So yeah, leave a like and do all the rest of the good stuff that I say at the end of every video. But yeah, this has been a very, very fun drawing. I will have much more coming, and I'll see you in the next video.